Hello and welcome to my first Let's Play video. This is an IndustrialCraft2 rubber tree that has been completely sheared of all of its leaves. That is a rubber tree hole, and I have been collecting sap from that and trees from my tree farm that is currently not planted here in this nice 16 by 16 by 8 high growing area. This is my workshop, and for the purposes of this video I have laid down some Red Power 2 basalt and marble, as well as marble and basalt bricks, to give you a better idea of the size and scale of the workshop. If you watched my last video, then you have seen how I set this area up and mined it out, aside from laying down this floor, which is merely a replacement. This is a Red Power 2 project table, and I will now show you how to make another project table. You're going to need a crafting table, 4 of these, and a chest. And the configuration is like so, and 3 smooth stone on top, and that gives you a project table. Now, in order to get started in IndustrialCraft2, you need to mine yourself some resources. 69 iron, 37 redstone, 15 tin, 2 gold, 26 copper, 3 flint, 37 sticky resin, 1 coal, and 1 bucket of water. You actually do not need the full 69 of these. I have already used 3 on the bucket and 3 on the pickaxe, so I should only need 63. I'll just set these aside for now. And the first thing that you're going to need to do is to smelt 9 of your iron twice, and 14 of your sticky resin need to be cooked as well. You're also going to need 3 copper. Now, your 3 copper you're going to want to arrange into a shape like that to make your wire, and the first section of wire is going to need to be all insulated anyway, so I'll just take the first 6 that come out of that set. You're going to make your insulated copper wire, a batch of them like that, and we're going to take those and the one that we made here in order to produce a circuit with 2 more redstone. Okay, the next item we're going to make is a machine block like this, and we will now take the machine block and the circuit, 2 cobblestone and 3 flint in order to make our macerator. Now, the placement of the macerator is actually going to be critical to what I'm able to do later, and I believe I pre-calculated, let's see, I want to place my macerator here. Now, the macerator is going to do wonderful things for us, but the first thing that it will do is it will make this coal into 1 coal dust. And that is the first step into completing our initial source of power. Oh, I'm also going to need to smelt 3 more copper ore. That's what I forgot. Now this time, I'm going to make the wire and then just use one of my rubber on it in order to make a single copper cable. The copper cable and coal dust could be used that way to make 5 reusable batteries, but 5 reusable batteries is a poor bargain compared to hydrating the coal dust first. We get our bucket back, as you saw, and instead using that, which gives us 8 batteries. The 8 batteries are going to be extremely useful in macerating the following resources. 4 of that plus 1 is 5. Let me double check my spreadsheet since this is an important operation here. Okay, the generator is going to require exactly 4 iron and 2 tin be macerated. That gives us 6 total operations to do. Now, if you wanted, you could upgrade this to a wind generator by macerating an additional 2 iron and an additional 3 tin for your wire. An additional 2 blocks for the 3 tin for your wire. And that would take us all the way up to, what is it? Yes, that would be 10 units. And 10 units would give you that upgrade. However, since I'm not upgrading to that, I'm going to put through as much iron ore as the batteries will let me have, since everything after this would like iron, and not much demands that I have tin ore until after the generator. Now, you want to feed this 1 battery at a time, since each battery produces more operations than a single unit. As I will show you here by example, it fully processes 1 and starts working on the next one a little bit. So it's about there. We're going to feed in the next battery at this point. And I'm going to be very stingy about doing this, since I want to maximize the effect that these batteries have on producing the elements that are going to go into the next machine. This is going to take a while. Okay, it's done. We have a total of 20 units here, and if I add these two together, that's 20 total, but if I divided that by 2, then I get 10 ore total. So 8 batteries will barely allow us to process 10 ore. That has changed since the previous version of IndustrialCraft2. It looks like the Minecraft 1.1 compatible IndustrialCraft2, the upgrade here makes the machine require more for each basic operation, even to begin with. What I'm going to do now is smelt all of these. That's just going to take 2 there. And that will take 1 there. Okay, now we're going to make 1 more copper cable, and that is going to be used in our very first reusable battery. We will also make, why don't we make 2 or 3 of these? I figure we're going to actually need that at some point. We're going to use one of those stone furnaces in order to make an iron furnace. and we will use the efficient recipe. And then we'll use 3 refined iron and our battery to turn the iron furnace into our generator. Now the generator will power anything in the tiles directly adjacent, above and beneath and to the sides of it, and that includes wiring. But since we're going to be very compact for the moment, we're going to use it to power our macerator directly. We're going to feed it single coals at a time for a while. I'm going to use in the recipe with my last of my rubber, the refined iron there, for 1 electronic circuit. And I also need another machine block. And now I'm going to show you. See, I can keep pulling the planks out like this. That's enough to be useful for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. At some point I'm going to need 5, 6 anyway. So there we go. The machine that I'm building here needs, is it this configuration? Yeah. This is the extractor. It's made using 4 tree taps, the electronic circuit, and the machine block. And the extractor, I'll just place it there, will allow me those were extra, will allow me to turn 1 sticky resin into 3 rubber instead of 1. And I need that for another circuit. And 1 more iron furnace. And that will allow us to make our first electronic furnace. Now, the electronic furnace... Yeah, I'm going to put it there anyway. What the electronic furnace will let us do is it will allow us to smelt things exactly 1 operation at a time. So here I can put in just 3 and it will do only 3 things. I'm going to take a break, and in the next video I will have macerated all of these items up here in the top row and smelted them through into single or double cooked iron and single units of bars if I don't need to do any further tricks to them. And when I return in the second video, you will see the result of all of that, and I will be able to proceed much more quickly. Thank you. Hope to see you again.